The winter is coming for the Layer 1 blockchain, and the Layer 2 blockchains look to thrive in the year 2023. The Game of Thrones has just begun among the Layer 2 players. The Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution is becoming a two-horse battle between Arbitrum and Optimism, a zone once dominated by the Polygon founded by the Indian tech team. Why we say this? Because Arbitrum and Optimism, the newcomers to the Ethereum Layer 2 blockchain area, have a combined market share of 84%, according to the ecosystem analytical tool L2Beat, thanks to their low gas fees, which attracted more transactions on the Layer 2 platforms. For our viewers, we will explain what this Layer 2 blockchains are. Layer 2 blockchains are created on the top of Layer 1 blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, or Avalanche to reduce bottlenecks, limitations, and other network clogging effects, as well as the burden of the high transaction cost.
Blockchains were not originally designed to scale. So with higher the number of transactions, they go slower. So this is where Layer 2 or L2 protocols help. So they are like sub-blockchains built on the top of Layer 1 blockchains like Ethereum and Solana.
The transaction growth has been rapid, reaching almost 50% of the daily Ethereum transactions in January, according to a Bernstein report, which is an analyst report as well. The L2 ecosystem, we will give you a brief background about the size and the L2 ecosystem. Since the beginning of 2023, L2 ecosystem's total value locked has increased by 53% to $6.34 billion, and out of which Arbitrum has a total value locked of $3.38 billion and controls 53.7% of the overall L2 ecosystem. Second on the list is Optimism, which comes at around $1.91 billion in total value locked and commanding a 30.5% of the market share. The rising transactions on Optimism is signaling a flip to Polygon's dominance in the L2 space. And according to the DeFi Llama, on 15 June 2021, Polygon held total value locked of $14.1 billion, which has seen a gradual decline because of the competition opposed by the Arbitrum and the Optimism ecosystem. Polygon's recent total value lock stands at $1.72 billion despite the fast transaction speed of 65,000 trades per second. Why are we saying this? And we mentioned about the trades per second because it's the fastest, fingers first. At 65k transactions per second, Polygon is the fastest of the L2, which is actually followed by the Arbitrum at 40k transactions per second, wherein the Optimism is in third in the list at 20,000 trades per second. The Arbitrum chain on the Ethereum is the second fastest of all three chains, claiming new highs every new day. And very recently, on the Feb 21st, 2023, Layer 2 scaling system Arbitrum surpassed Ethereum in the daily transactions, increasing its dominance as the leading Layer 2 rollups. So let's understand more about how this Arbitrum has gained dominance in the Layer 2 market. Arbitrum, which was launched in September 2021, quickly developed to become the L2 market leader, and which is a default choice for the most DEX and the D apps nowadays, wherein be it Aave, Uniswap, Sushi or GMX. The expansion is a result of the aggressive user active lead transactions, revenue growth, which has been powered by the wider acceptance and the scaling up of the DeFi and the gaming applications, including the crypto derivatives exchange GMX, which has around $400 million in the daily volume and around $500,000 in the daily revenue. So let's understand what this GMX is all about. So GMX is a decentralized exchange protocol developed on two EVM chains. One is Arbitrum and the Avalanche. So GMX utility and the governance tokens for the Arbitrum ecosystem generates 13% APR for the users, and that is the reason why this L2 ecosystem is gaining traction. Or the other trading platform emerging on the Arbitrum that provides traction includes Gains Network, Vela, Rage Trade, Dopex, and Buffer Finance. So let's understand more about the second in the list, which is Optimism, and why it is gaining traction ahead of Polygon. So unlike Polygon, Optimism is a fast, stable, and scalable Layer 2 blockchain built by the Ethereum developers for the Ethereum developers itself. OP, the native token of Optimism, surged recently after the only regulated crypto exchange Coinbase announced its own Layer 2 network base, which is powered by Optimism, and hence the market participants are betting on Optimism as well. Initially, the transactions were processed on a separate chain eventually these transfers were settled on the mainnet in the batches called rollups.
But there are a lot of factors need to be considered while designing the layer 2 solutions, specifically the transaction throughput and the gas fees and how much it is open towards the other native cryptocurrencies and what are the technological migration cost that is coming in layer 2 solutions.
So if we compare the overall transaction fees, which is actually to carry out rollups on the Optimism in the Arbitrum are currently minuscule, averaging around 20 cents and 14 cents respectively, and according to the data which is we have sourced from the Blockworks. In comparison, the average transaction fees on the Ethereum are over 75 cents according to YCharts. So meanwhile, Polygon Matic, which collected more than $7 million in transaction fees in 2023, which is actually a big amount as far as the entire ecosystem is concerned.
So while Polygon is an established L2 and operating since 2017, Optimism and Arbitrum are slowly gaining momentum. So it would be interesting to watch who is the long-term winner over here.
So what's the road ahead? It's no surprise that Arbitrum and Optimism continue to be the largest rollups today. In the coming months, they will face fierce competition from the Polygon's new cohort Future, which is ZK AVMs, a more advanced type of rollups that leverages zero-knowledge cryptography to increase cost and security. Why we say and why are we betting and why are we doing this detailed analysis? Because the future of Layer 2 is very bright in 2023. Ethereum's upgrade will likely scale L2s. Even more L2s are here to stay on. That's what the market participants are saying. In spite of the major upgrades to the Ethereum, which is the Shanghai upcoming, it will find it difficult to handle transactions at a scale and low cost in the future going forward as well. If Ethereum scales by 10% in throughput, transactions from the Layer 2 will likely scale even more higher and also allow all the room to multiple winners in this space. So let's understand the upcoming events which are scheduled. First is Optimism has an upcoming upgrade termed as Bedrock that will make it competitive compared to Arbitrum. If we talk about Polygon, as we just mentioned about the ZK AVM beta launch in March, is also an exciting development for the entire ecosystem. Arbitrum platform, as users might also lead to an airdrop in the future, and market observers and investors believe that by the nature Layer 2s have a higher beta that its base layer. We will explain this to you. When the market is good, Layer 2s can outgrow Ethereum, say for example Ethereum, and when the market is bad, Ethereum will be more stable than the Layer 2 based tokens. So to conclude, as the technology behind the functioning of blockchain is evolving, new launches and upgrade will continue to dictate who rules this ecosystem. Polygon, Arbitrum and Optimism seems to have an early lead, though it's still too early. Thank you so much for watching this special analysis on 3.0 TV. Keep watching us for more updates. Thank you.